Welcome to One-on-One with the Church. I'm Dianne Putten, and today I'm here in Cornwall at First Baptist Church with Pastor Jim Drennen. Jim, thank you so much for joining me.
Good to be here, Dianne. Good to see you again.
It is. So my first time here at this church. Jim, tell me about who this church is. Tell me what the DNA of this congregation is, and how are you impacting the community all around you?
Yeah, well, those are great questions. Appreciate you asking, and for this time to share in this as well. First Baptist Cornwall is a church that has been in this community a long time, longer than most churches, typically are around for 137 years of history now in Cornwall, which has seen multiple generations. And so there's heritage here. And it's been known over those years, 137 years in two locations, first on Sydney and now here at the corner of York and 3rd, as a disciple-making, Christ-honoring, Bible-based church, as any good Baptist church you would think would be. But they've had a good heritage in this community as well. They've had good community impact. Not to delve into the history too much, but currently what's happening right now in terms of our present day impact, we have this location here at the corner of York and 3rd, a good vibrant congregation here, but we also have something called House of Hope, which is our second campus. In the east end of Cornwall. We call it the Lower East Side of Cornwall, and that's been going for 8 years. And that's like a drop-in center, street ministry, worship center. So we run services there on Sunday as well. Our Sunday service here is 10:30, and then 11 o'clock we're across town, and we have another whole congregation meeting there as well. So it's a two-campus model. We send people to preach and to teach and lead and counsel and lead in worship there. But it's a different group over there, and our people just love that. They love that we have House of Hope. When I came here, that's one of the first things I noticed about the church was they've got House of Hope. And we pour money and resource into that, and it's tough ground. Lower East Cornwall is full of all kinds of problems, and that has changed the DNA of this church to have that outreach focus. Back on this campus, sure, we do our life groups, we have group discipleship, that's our focus, so it's worship and the Word. We focus on those things. Yes, we do youth, and we've got a good new youth ministry growing, and the usual things you'd expect to see in a seniors group and men's ministry and women's ministry, but at its core, it's really discipleship and making disciples who can make disciples who can make disciples. And you see that after 137 years. It's like, so now the torch is ours to hold, and we want to pass it to that next generation.
So what are your thoughts on church unity?
Thoughts on church unity. We have something in Cornwall here called the Evangelical Fellowship of Cornwall and Area, EFCA. It's been going for many years, long before I arrived here. And we actually meet here the second Wednesday of the month. We met yesterday, as it turns out, and this week. And we talked about the big give, and that was one of our things we talked about. It's in terms of, what can we come together in to bless our city, and that's just one of those things we're talking about. We do a Good Friday service as well, a combined service. 6 churches participate in that. Others come and join in, but it's run by 6 churches of the EFCA, and they're keen to do that. And they're keen to participate together, and we run it here. But that's part of the history and the heritage that I've just inherited here as well. And now it's my turn to take the torch and to run with that here. We do that. But it's floated around, from place to place in the city. But they've got that here. They've got it. In a city of 50,000 people, there's that sense of participation and reliance and friendship. CHRI has been a big part of that as well. Being broadcast here in Cornwall, much appreciated. And these are the things that start to act as glue and commonalities that bring us together. So they're well enjoyed.
Well, Jim, thank you so much. I love the heart of this church, and certainly hearing everything of what you're doing, and House of Hope as well. What a blessing to the community, and bringing glory to God in the process.
I trust so. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, well, thank you.